From the mean streets, this is I Fought the Lore podcast.
Okay, clearly no formatting required because it's just going. And I don't know if this is... is this gonna... I don't think this is crooked. Hard to say. I think that should be pretty good. Here, don't you want me to switch places with you? So, if we're talking and reading, I mean, it should be okay, I guess.
I'm going to have a seat over there. So you can see how we're framed up there.
Yeah.
A little too out of frame over here.
No, you're perfect.
Alright.
Yeah, because like I say, now I'm almost, no. I was gonna say I was almost wondering if we should. Here, I'll sit over here. You can see. It's almost a shame that like we'll have to maybe try the camera in a different setup because like at least from here you can see the mask and everything better, right? Whereas from over here it's sort of you're kind of in profile.
Yeah.
But we can mess around with that.
Well, that's why I was kind of turn my chair.
Yeah, you know what? That's a good idea.
This way.
And get rid of the. Oh, I gotta grab my mug from upstairs too.
Oh shit! I didn't bring my mug.
I didn't even think about it, to be honest. Okay, so I'm gonna put this over here. And that should clean things up a little bit. Yeah, that should be all right. Now, the only thing I'm not sure of, well, I mean, because I don't know if there's going to be a way to.
What are you trying to do?
Just trying to think if the camera needs to be plugged into the computer for OBS to recognize it.
I would think it would have to be.
God, okay, that might be a whole other thing then. All right, I'm gonna pause this for now.
Okay.
Because I don't.
Let's try the Ovulus this time.
At least it looks quiet, so that's good. That radio was noisy as hell. Quite frankly, I hated it.
Yeah, this is better. Also, yeah, this is better. You know, it picks up environmental readings from the room, like temperature and stuff, and converts it to words.
Fucking what?
Yeah, it has different words assigned to various environmental readings, and the ghosts manipulate those things, and the Ovulus interprets them, so that lets the ghosts talk to us.
Wait. How does the ghost know what random environmental reading corresponds? Say that again. Wait, how does the ghost even know what random environmental reading corresponds to what word? Who programs this, and what ghost did they work with to get the internal dictionary sorted out? And does the ghost have its own oblivious so it can know what to manipulate? And what are the environmental factors?
Temperature and EMF.
So it's an EMF detector duct taped to a thermometer in a fancy case?
No, man, it really works. Check this out. I'll turn it on.
Stamps. Jersey. Photocopy.
See? Stamps, Jersey, photocopy.
Stamps, Jersey, and photocopy. What's that even mean? If those words are supposed to be the result of environmental factors, how do we know that there aren't certain words that just represent a baseline for any environment compared to the ones that are being manipulated? If anything, having the obvious vomit words at us just means the room has a temperature and some humidity. There is absolutely nothing to show anything shifting or being affected by a spirit.
Okay, so let's reason this out. We were in New Jersey, and Lucy wanted to stamp us to death and photocopy the evidence to send to Devilina, maybe?
That's weak sauce, bro.
It's all there, dude. You just have to accept it.
So super weak.
Photocopy. Headphones.
Headphones, quick! Put on some headphones.
There are no headphones. I mean, there's a box over there labeled earbuds, but they all look like they have earwax and they're just super gross. Try again, Oblivious.
I don't know. I'll use them.
Dude, that's nasty. I will slap those out of your damn hand. Or is this out of your damn head?
I thought that sounded better.
Out of your head. Okay,
Yep.
that's okay. Dude, that is nasty. I will slap those out of your damn head.
Headphones. Spare tire.
The ghost.
Ascend.
Oh, hold on. Okay, go ahead.
The ghost got that one right. It just called you fat. You might want to lay off the chips and beer.
You didn't have to do me dirty like that, Ghost. What the hell, man? Also, we're almost out of chips and beer.
Frog.
Let's go back to Ascend.
Frog.
No, I said let's go.
Ascend.
Okay,
Frog.
okay, I'm gonna get this right.
Frog. Ascend.
Hear that? Ascend, as in ascend to heaven? The ghost must be trying to get to the afterlife.
More like talking out of its ass end. It's just the preloaded dictionary spitting out a random word. If it had said notebook, you'd be wanting to try and find hidden symbols in a Ryan Gosling movie or look for a hidden notebook to decipher. As if the random guy we picked up had some previous connection to a mobile command unit you stole.
It was abandoned, and maybe these guys have been tracking this ghost, and they had his diary.
You literally just made that up now to justify your belief.
I didn't say that's what happened, but maybe that's what happened.
Ascend. Frog.
Okay, so let's turn this thing off. The last thing it said was ascend.
No. The last thing it said was frog. And I see that look in your eye, and I really can't handle Ohio right now.
Yeah, ascend. So maybe it means that the ghost can't ascend. And you know, I know a great story about a place that had a bunch of ghosts that couldn't ascend to heaven. And it might be because they were trapped by a baby murdering witch.
And that would be...
The Perron family haunting, better known as The Conjuring House.
Dude, I actually saw that movie and in a theater. And you know what? It was pretty good.
And as you probably know, it was based on a true story, straight from the case files of Ed and Lorraine Warren.
Oh, them again? Yeah, I remember from the movie where they were basically the heroes.
Yeah, well, we'll get to that. But before we do, let's talk about the Perron family and the super haunted Arnold estate. Now, in 2013, filmmaker James Wan's supernatural film The Conjuring hit the big screens, and it was an instant success. It had a great atmosphere, great performances, and best of all, like I said, was based on a true story. Audiences loved it. Critics put their thumbs up something and gave all the stars in their reviews, and it launched a cinematic universe that hinged not on the Perron family that were at the center of the story, but on the case files of the Warrens, the husband and wife team of demon hunters who had created the New England Society for Paranormal Research in 1952 and became famous for the high-profile cases they quote-unquote investigated. Now, James Wan, or the producers of the film, had struck a deal with Lorraine Warren, the self-proclaimed psychic of the two-person team. Her husband, Ed Warren, the self-proclaimed demonologist, had died in 2006. But Lorraine was a consultant on the film, and the rights to other stories in their case files were purchased along with the idea of bringing more of their true-life tales to the big screen. Many people would already be familiar with the Warrens' biggest case, the Amityville Horror, though they were never mentioned in the film or the books, but that's because their involvement came afterwards, after the Lutz family story in the Amityville house was over.
You could say it suddenly got popular without warning. Warning. Warning.
Yeah, okay, shut up. But there were so many other stories the Warrens had in their files, and the ideas that could be spun off. Hold on, let me do that again. But there were so many other stories in the Warrens. But there were so many other stories the Warrens had in their files and ideas that could be spun off. So a cinematic universe only made sense in this point in film culture. And it made sense as well to put the Warrens as the main characters in some of them. So deals were struck, film rights were purchased, and The Conjuring became the first in an attempt to create the Conjuring Cinematic Universe. Now, not all of the films feature Ed and Lorraine, but the main 3 films do. Those would be The Conjuring, which was about the Perrons, who we're going to talk about today. The Conjuring 2, which was about the Enfield poltergeist that the Warrens claimed to have investigated, but only ever showed up for a day and were never actually invited into the house, but that's a whole other story. And The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It, based on the murder trial of Arnie Cheyenne Johnson. But we're here to talk about the Perron family primarily, and the haunting they claim to have experienced on the property in Harrisville, Rhode Island, which is where they had lived for a decade, from 1970 to 1980, which is now known to most as the Conjuring House because of the film.
Wasn't Amityville also in Rhode Island? Hey, Rhode Island, figure it out.
Ah, man, it's the 70s again. It's like supernatural prime time, baby. And speaking of supernatural prime time, let's take a minute to consult our own spirit, the Spirit Guide.
I'm gonna see if I can pause the camera at this point because it seems like a good time to do that.
All right. Were we going too fast for that, or did that work out?
I think it worked. I mean, we're at about 9.5 minutes.
All right, that's not bad.
No,